Well, it appears here in London that something is happening with the old NHS um, hospital. I don't know how many hospitals now have closed, declaring a state of emergency. Now, we all know there is no emergency. There's no Ebola in the country, and apparently the people are a-okay. So what is this state of emergency, and what are they trying to really get away with is the question. And it usually comes at the back of whatever they are trying to tell its people. So um, it seems like every new law that comes in now affects black people in one way, shape, or form. And because of it, quite a few of us have had to start to take a good look at what's happening in the country and how much they really do conceal and hide. And they usually, have quite a few scapegoats in the country who seem to bear the brunt of what's actually happening. So I know for a while quite a few of the councils had sold off a lot of property and made quite a bit of money, quite a few $billions by selling off properties at astronomical, at way beyond market value prices, in a bid to take back some sort of power or control, or in a bid to make some money out of an economy that is quite weak. So I'm really not sure. I didn't take a lot of notice then when the councils were jumpy and anxious and seemingly falling apart. That they may have been hiding something. The NHS have been doing this for some time. If you go into any accident emergency or any hospital, you know that there's something not quite right about a number of them. Something pretty dodgy, something off candor, something not quite right going on in the hospitals for some time. And now all of a sudden all of these hospitals are declaring a state of emergency, apparently so that their surgeons can work longer hours, or they can call surgeons to work in the hospitals 24 hours a day, cancel all surgeries, and that they will be able to free up people to come into the hospital and free up some beds. Now, I know, unless Ebola is about to break in the country, unless some major disease is about to break, considering the Scottish nurse and another English nurse who are in the country may have sparked some sort of outbreak of Ebola, something is not quite adding up. And I'm certainly anxious to find out, exactly what's going on. But at the moment, the news is very sparse. But if you are tuned into the world in any way, shape, or form, you've probably noticed that the roads are a bit quiet at the moment, and something is not adding up between what the news is saying and what the roads and the environment is saying. We're being kept busy. I'm telling you this, we're being kept busy with foolishness and mockery. Let this keep you busy. Don't let your mind wander off too much. You don't have a mind anyway. You got nothing to think about. Just stay home and go to work when you can, and get sick days as much as possible, I think is the line. But something else. And I believe so far there are 20 something hospitals that all of a sudden can't cope with the amount of A&E admissions. Apparently admissions because there is nothing really wrong with them and they're overreacting. Well, if there's nothing really wrong with them, then send them home. If there's nothing wrong with them, why all of a sudden I'm just sort of watching the news quickly behind me. Um, yeah, there are quite a few. There are quite a few hospitals now that have closed, and they're saying A&E wait now is up to 11 hours. But why is it 11 hours if you just got a sore throat? If you just got a scratch on your arm? If you just feel a little faint? Why? Why this state of emergency? What is actually going on in the hospital? What is actually, where are all these people coming from in accident emergency? All these ambulances turning up. Where are they coming from? Where are they getting these people from? And what's wrong with these people? And what's wrong with A&E? And what's wrong with the NHS? What's really going on here? And who's going to pay for this? And at the back of this, what new laws will they pass?